Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Wrestle Relaunch. We are here with our secondary episode with the four of us.
Joseph.
We're still missing somebody, but we'll get there.
Yeah, he
Um,
said it.
a lot of a lot of random stuff has happened this week. Like me wanting all Soul,
Oh God.
a really bad Raw, NXTNA, and yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think of this week so far? It's been pretty meh and interesting and a little weird.
I mean, where do we begin?
I mean,
The
we
Rock wants your soul.
know.
I mean, The Rock can have it. No, I mean,
Oh,
should we start with Monday? Well, first off, let's just do a quick little. Hey, Sponge, how was your week? Did you have a good week?
More
you know
interesting
what?
than Raw.
My week. I mean, I'm doing better health wise. I've been shitty. I've been bad with health. Sorry, YouTube. I've been bad with my health problems are getting a little better, but other than that, it's pretty boring.
That poor
Pretty
motorcycle
boring.
accident.
Yeah, rainy. Like there's some car accidents happening left and right. All four of us, not us four, but me in particular and my cousins have all been in car accidents the last 3 weeks.
Good night.
So,
But
oh,
Sponge got a new addition to his family, though.
oh yeah, I do have a new addition to my family. I have a younger sibling that was born 48 hours ago. That I
Yo,
Let's
totally almost forgot
let's
about.
go.
go.
But yeah, yeah, I
All
have a
right,
new
Pat
addition.
McAfee.
Mhm.
What about yourself, Nikki? How was your weekend
Oh, this
accidents?
this week was pretty. Today was wild. I took my dog to the groomer thing, which is it's a self grooming. It's like a giant like
Facility.
dog uh bath place. There's like these giant tubs and this really sweet lady that runs it. I feel bad because I can't remember her name, but we did that. He hated it. My dog absolutely hated it. But he's a good boy. Like he doesn't bark or anything. He just kind of looks at me like, "What are we doing? Why?" I'm totally fine the way I was. Oh, it feels good. Keep doing that. And then I took him to the vet. But yeah, start a new thing next week. A Monday through Friday thing. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Also, not looking forward to it. But outside of that, this week in wrestling, it was pretty. It was pretty all right. It was pretty all right. Paul, what about you? How was your week, good brother?
Well, unfortunately, not myself, but was in the spent 4 days at the hospital with my I guess technically still my wife. Uh, but so it's been a little rough making sure she was back on her feet. But um, and then trying to cram all the wrestling into a couple of days just to make sure I was ready for tonight. But other than that, nothing exciting, nothing good.
Is your wife doing or well? Is this person? Are they going to pull out? Are they going to kick out? Everything cool?
Um, they're better than they did when they went to the ER on Monday.
That's
But
good.
this her health issue is something that is unfortunately uh, not going to go away,
Yeah,
and it will eventually, unfortunately, make her go away. So
yeah. That's heavy. Well, I'm sure anybody listening, we're all going to send positive energy out their way, and yeah, it's one of the most unreal things that we can all kind of go through this wild thing called life, and how unforgiving and absolutely ridiculous it is. Kind of like how uh, Dwayne Johnson asked for Cody's soul and then had a press conference and no sold it when somebody asked him about it. Villain did,
what was
yeah.
the point of that freaking press conference?
Well, I think it was to stroke New Orleans for the Super Bowl with all the press there. But before we dig into that, we got to talk to
The
Phil.
Super Bowl.
Well, remember WrestleMania next year got announced for also New Orleans.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was
Does,
thinking.
yeah.
Well, I get it, but I mean, they've been there twice already. I mean, do you really need a press conference with the final boss to sell it to everybody?
It's the TKO era. They are all about the appearance of business, and with Rock being a live action Moana person. You know what I mean. Like it's just they're doing it for they're doing it
Oh,
because they
Nikki.
think they need. They're doing it because they think they need to do it, and it's
Oh,
cute.
Nikki. You own TKO. Or I own TKO.
You
We
can
You
look,
own
but you can't
TKO.
TKO.
Or Paul TKO.
TKO, we're coming for you, villain. How was your week?
It's, uh, it's the same thing every week. Like I'm home on workers' comp disability, so like that there's nothing for me to do. The kids had the week off from school this week, so like I had a really boring week. Except for
Yeah.
Sponge sending me like 85 2-word text messages in a chain.
Oh. Oh.
This is just a thing he does.
Sponge, you're that person, huh? All these people that just can't send the same coherent thought in one text message. Are you one of those people? No
No.
answer. No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
On Tuesdays.
That's my middle daughter. She that's what she does. She can't type out everything in one little paragraph. She's got to go line by line.
I think that's more egregious than Rock holding a press conference.
I've got it real good at this point because it's like my son's in junior high school now, so like we got him a phone.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, look, you see the way that Sponge is texting me right now, one word at a time. I was like, if you ever do this shit to me, I'm taking your phone away. And
Sponge, you're
so
a
far he
teachable
hasn't done so
moment.
good.
Sponge, you're being used as a teachable moment for an adolescent. How does that make you feel? What are your thoughts?
You're a
What
role
does the
model,
city of New
Sponge.
Orleans need to anticipate for WrestleMania? Is it 43?
42 next
42.
year, yeah.
Next year.
Good
You know what?
night.
If you want
What?
to go there, The Rock said at the press conference that The Rock and Cody characters will never fight each other.
Did he say that specifically, or did he
he
allude to the fact that
he really did. He really did.
He really
Like,
did. So
he did all of that burying the business nonsense that Paul and Joseph hate so much. Like just absolute
yeah.
exposure.
I booked WrestleMania 41 under the ideology of The Rock.
Oh, this shit
You
was
wanna
so
hear
great. Like you guys have to listen to this. This is absolute genius.
Want to hear this? So under the ideology of The Rock, saying that some characters don't need to be in the ring. WrestleMania Night 1 will kick off with the trial of Solo Sikoa, followed by the Grayson Waller effect with Theory, followed by a moment of bliss with the Wyatt Six, followed by a CM Punk and Logan Paul head-to-head segment. Main
wait,
eventing.
this is WrestleMania?
Oh yeah. This is under the Rock's ideology.
This is under the Rock's ideology that two guys don't have to be in the ring fighting each other to tell a story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ding Dong Hello with Roxanne Perez is the main event for night 1, and then for night 2, kick it off with Rhea Ripley interview live with Kathy Kelly, Kevin Owens and the KO show with Randy Orton and Sami Zayn, LA Knight and Bianca Belair promo about Slim Jim, the Impulsive Logan Paul podcast live with KSI, a live Real American Beer promo again at WrestleMania.
Oh,
And then
wow.
the final boss, the American Nightmare, and the Tribal Chief ending the story live in Las Vegas.
Cinema.
I think we were before we went live. We were talking earlier about how AEW is just not our cup of tea, and one of the ways that we were kind of commiserating about how it's not really our cup of tea is that it was described as being a place where they have the best wrestling matches and you know, okay, great, but that doesn't make me care about it. This is wrestling. Wrestling is like the only art form that never ends. The story is always progressing. And when you don't tell stories and you just focus on move sets, you will lose interest because it's a hat on a hat. What else can you do? What happens? Like, oh, we stuck a syringe through somebody's cheek. What are you going to do next week? Like, what the hell are you going to do next week? This is the worst horror movie. I don't even like horror movies, but this is the worst horror movie there ever is because there's no reason for any of it. So with Rock doing this garbage, I mean, I don't want to call it garbage. I thought it was
No, you
kind
can
of.
call it garbage because I hate The Rock.
No,
I
no, no,
thought
no,
the
no, 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 no.
I
Here comes
thought
Jim
the
Nikki,
Cornette.
in
I,
ring.
Here comes Jim
I,
Cornette.
I don't want your garbage. What I want
Yeah,
is your soul.
I thought you were gonna say short shorts.
Oh God.
But
Short shorts, we coming for you. Short
oh
shorts, we
please,
coming for you. Short shorts,
you
we
can
coming for you. I
you can
can't
look, but you
wait.
can't pull them off. Um,
oh,
no,
oh,
I
oh.
I liked I liked the in ring segment with Rock and Cody. I liked it when he said, "I don't want that. I want your soul." I thought that was at the moment. I thought, okay, that that's interesting. How could that play out? And here's what immediately hit me once they did the press conference. It's not going to get paid off at all. It means absolutely nothing. It's almost like the night after Mania where Rock was like, "The Rock wants
That
to hold your
40,
belt. Let
40
me hold
minute
your belt."
promo.
Yeah, it's just like, well, you wasted a 6-man tag over this shit. Sorry. And then not only that, the press
You can
conference
cuss now.
after that. Oh yeah, we're past that
We're
that
past
time.
the time.
And then after that, the press conference afterwards, where he's coming out wearing a different shirt, acting like a baby face, constantly telling reporters about his family being in the wrestling business. Buddy, we know. We get it.
And I
Well,
hate those
Anyone
obviously,
reporters. The reporters are dumb. Why are they asking him about his fucking diet or fucking how he works out and shit? What kind of reporters are those?
on a cheat day, if you were in New Orleans, what would you get? Oh.
His ass.
What the hell was that?
That's so that's like asking like Kobe or not Kobe, bless his heart.
Oh,
Um,
Jesus.
asking Kevin Durant like, "Hey man, when you dribble the ball, did you use your thumb?" You know what I mean? It's just like, God,
Yeah.
why are we asking Rhea Ripley what her cheat day meal is? No
I was
one cares.
Which section of your vocal cords do you use to sing operatic soprano?
Yeah, the gut. um, but yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Or do we think this is going to be anything? Is this a nothing burger?
nothing burger. You
Nothing
sneak me in
burger.
that press conference, I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing here to the fucking Rock? You're fucking wasting my fucking time with your shenanigan ass
Oh, here we
promo
go.
and your
He's
weird
going on an
shitty
AEW
ass
rant where he used the word
promo."
fuck like 10 times in 10 seconds.
I'm gonna be like, Mr. Dwayne Johnson. If you want Cody's soul, can we get more on what you by his soul, and why did you touch him really weirdly on his shoulder like that?
You guys understand that The Rock is like the guy who reads all of these social media posts more than anybody else, like on the
No,
Does
roster.
that's
he
Tony
really?
Khan.
Like
That's Tony
he
Khan.
really
No,
does. Like The
no.
Rock really reads all of this shit. So it's like every time one of us goes on a fucking rant and says anything about Homelander Cody or Cody going heel, like he's like, all right, how can we do this? He's literally making it sound like season 1 of The Boys on Amazon Prime.
Do you think? Okay. Do you think that this could be a way for The Rock to entice Cody to be a bad guy? Like, do you think that the cash commodity that is Cody Rhodes, that anybody in WWE in upper management, Nick Khan or Triple H would be like, yeah, let's stop selling weight belts. Let's stop selling merch. Let's turn Cody heel. It's
I would wait a little while in the lead up to WrestleMania. I would wait and see if some of the endings of some of Cody's regularly televised matches don't get muddied up a little bit in a way that could be misconstrued as, hey, he didn't exactly win that clean. Like, should we begin to worry about Cody? You listen to a few boos coming in. You listen to like not his end of AEW run levels of booing, but like like you'll have the boos sitting in it, like you'll just hear him start to doubt why the fans are booing him. Like I'm doing this for you guys. You don't appreciate me, and then you just have The Rock come in with the whole Hollywood Rock gimmick and just be like, this is literally what they did to me, and this is why I left. Like
Okay.
you can solidly entice Cody to go over, knowing that at one point The Rock was the biggest star in all of WWE, and then
What
literally
if
got run out by boos because he went to Hollywood.
what if Cody comes to his bus after a match and Rock is sitting in the front lounge with Brandy
You
and
just
they're
sow the
sitting
you just sow the seeds of doubt with the fans. Like you
Mm,
leave it up to a court of public opinion where you're just like, well, I think he did it well. I don't know. Well, I mean, he might be going heel because it looked like he was sitting with. Well, you don't really know what he said to The Rock. Like he could have told him, get the hell off my bus, stay away from my wife. Well, he could have been talking about how to screw people over at WrestleMania and hold on to the time. Like you can just. This is the way that people are nowadays. Like they're gonna argue back and forth whether they have facts or not. Like this is a good
oh
way
yeah.
to like portray what's going on in the world right now. Like The Rock is one of those guys who wants to be a little more real with the stories he's telling.
Well, that kind of goes back to like him asking for Cody's soul in New Orleans, the idea of voodoo, the idea of witchcraft. Like I'm trying to put myself in Rock's shoes where it- he hasn't written and directed and produced a movie yet. But I feel
oh,
like this is his
oh.
one way to flex to Hollywood to be like, you guys know that I'm solely, and he's gonna stroke himself because I think he is this way. He kind of puts it on that he is this way, but he could kind of almost nudge this whole idea of this storyline. I'm going to use witchcraft and sorcery, and I'm going to harvest this pure white man's soul. And I don't know. I feel like if there's any way that they could turn Cody heel, it could be from this maniacal final boss, whatever. But here's the thing: does that even match up with the bloodline bullshit? It doesn't. It
No,
it it poops all over Roman Reigns' hard work during the pandemic and out of it. This whole idea that Rock is just, well, we're just going to completely ignore the bloodline. We're going to completely ignore all the work we did with Solo. We're going to completely ignore all the work that Jacob Fatu has been putting in the past few weeks. We're ignoring Tama Tonga and Tongaloa. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go off and go into business for myself and do this whole. It goes back to my point that I was saying earlier about AEW. What are we doing? Why is Marina Shafir out here with John Moxley? No one has ever explained that to me. Why is shit? Let me ask this: why is Prince Nana with Swerve Strickland? I don't know if I've ever been fully explained why that relationship exists. I know that there's a conglomeration or blah, 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 all these weird names and all these factions with all these jobbers hanging out with each other. At least in WWE, when you have a tag team like the War Raiders or whatever the hell their name is this week, they go in depth now with them. They're like, you know what? They were all about the theatrics. I think it was Wade Barrett that was talking about that the last time they were coming out to the ring. He's like, yeah, they were all about the theatrics and not, like his whole thing. But what good does this do? Like, I don't see them paying it off. Rock isn't going to be a part of TV. Rock isn't being booked as being present for WrestleMania. It why? Why to come back and have like a little, oh, I'm gonna do something for the fans, I'm the Rock, I'm this legacy act. Bro, you are so fucking full of yourself. If this ends up being absolutely nothing, all this hard work, all of this attention that they've got for Netflix and the 3 hours on SmackDown is going to be completely wasted because he seems to be a selfish prick. I'm done.
This has to actually tie in with something because remember, Jay picked Gunther. So fucking whoever wins the chamber next Saturday is directly involved now with Cody going towards WrestleMania. So if The Rock is doing any of this nonsense, he's directly affecting the 6 guys that are in the chamber right now. And I don't
Okay,
think that's going to
so
fly over very well anyway, which is probably the reason that Roman's not in it.
well, okay, so we've got Cena, Punk, McIntyre, Logan fucking Paul, Damian Priest, and Seth Rollins.
Okay.
Right?
Of those 6 names that you just named, how many of those 6 are going to be all right with The Rock just completely kamikazeing their spot at WrestleMania?
Logan Paul.
That's 1.
Right, yeah, because I'll do anything, man.
Did you guys say who's okay with them cutting?
But yeah, who would actually be
Oh,
okay with The Rock
no,
cutting into
Logan
their...
and The Rock are not on good terms. I hope you know that. He's still mad at The Rock as a person for making ties with him ever since the Japan incident.
So, okay, yeah, you're right. I mean, Cena, maybe. Because here's the thing, like, if he blatantly comes out and says like, "Oh no, there's never going to be a Cena and Rock match," because he also threw some shade about the whole idea of excuse me, Rock wanting to face Roman at WrestleMania, and Cody stuck his neck in, and they
Rock's a
bleeped it
bitch.
out. Yeah.
Fucking because his fault we're never gonna get The Rock and Roman at a Mania. I should say. Sorry. We can
I
still
mean,
probably get it, but not at a Mania.
I don't
I'm
see
not gonna
why.
care.
Well,
I
remember,
don't
to
see why
tell a
that.
good story, you don't actually have to have these 2 guys fight in a match.
Oh,
That was
so
fucking so stupid.
God damn it, Keith. God damn
Um,
it.
but okay, so like let's go back to reality since we know that this isn't going to mean anything. With Cena, Punk, McIntyre, Paul, Priest, and Rollins in the chamber, who are we getting with Cody at Mania? Is it Punk?
Yeah, if you ask me, I want Punk to fucking win, but it's kind of hard to say who's gonna win because
There's only
Priest is not
one
winning.
direct answer that makes sense right now.
Drew and Priest
Okay.
are not winning.
See,
Obviously
this is
not.
where Sponge is wrong. If you have one guy that's been crying for 2 years about everybody interfering and taking away his spotlight and taking away his chance to win a world title, who would directly benefit from having The Rock jump in and interfere with his opportunity to win a title at WrestleMania?
Drew?
Drew.
You think Drew's gonna win the chamber?
He can continuously cry like he has been and getting his character over as that needs an excuse for any reason as to why he's not winning.
Drew won last year.
Who won last year's Elimination Chamber?
Drew.
No, he said Drew won last year.
Oh, I said Drew. Sorry, it's not like I said who.
Oh, okay.
Drew won last year. Nah, Drew's not winning this year, and Damian Priest is 100% not winning.
No, Damien's not winning.
That outs them. And what's it called? If Rollins wins, I'm gonna literally fly to Ash, and I'm gonna be there.
You know what's crazy? Drew and Logan Paul were also in last year's chamber match.
Oh, Logan's been in this is gonna be his third year in a row in the chamber.
Who's he
And
gonna screw this year?
And I'm curious. He stole my line. I'm curious to see who's gonna do this year. Screwed over KO in 23. Screwed over Randy in 24. Who's he gonna screw this year?
Cena. It's got to be Cena.
So okay, so who Paul, like everybody, who are we putting up as our winner? Let's call it right now, and we'll talk about this next week. But I'll go ahead and say it. Well, I need to wait. Someone else go. Who do you?
CM Punk better fucking win, or I'm gonna call you at 3 in the morning. You're gonna hear me beating the shit out of like fucking every single thing in my fucking room, like I did at the Rumble.
He will do this. Like he was up. He was up all in my DMs at 3, 4 in the morning. I can't believe they let Jey Uso win the Royal Rumble. What the fuck? What were they thinking? WrestleMania is gonna be so ass. I was like, come on, Sponge. You gotta calm down,
it's
man.
a built-in crowd. It's a spectacle.
Yeah, of course.
It doesn't matter. Okay, so Sponge has Punk. Paul, who do you have?
It's a tough one.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think you can I almost want to say Punk as well, because I don't think you can keep putting this off, because how much more time does Punk have?
That's a good statement. He's 45, pushing 40. He's pushing 50.
So, I don't know. I just think that he should get his moment, but I still think it would have been a I'm still in the camp of it should have been a better it would have been a better built-in story, sorry, that you have Jay choose Cody,
Okay.
because Cody's the one that brought him to Raw, and helped him with this, and so then you basically, I don't know.
Okay. Villain.
See, now with that whole spiel that I just went on with, Drew McIntyre, like from a storyline perspective, you have like five different storylines that are all congealing around this chamber outside of, just The Rock. Like you have Drew has his whole problem, has his whole issue. Everybody's making me lose. Like nobody will let me win. Nobody will let me, take my rightful place in the spotlight. Seth with everybody that's in here is not supposed to be in here. It's supposed to be my time. I've been carrying this blah blah blah. Fucking shut up, Seth. Uh, Cena's got his whole going away tour. Like Punk's got his never main evented WrestleMania, and he's got his whole thing. Like he was setting himself up to be fighting Cody last year at WrestleMania. Like that shit was like this has been going on for a while. So it's like you have a whole bunch of different stories going into this. Damian Priest is the only one that has really no reason to win this chamber outside of Logan Paul, who's gonna get in some good spots, screw someone over, and then be eliminated. Like no, or get in some good spots, get eliminated, and then screw somebody over because that's how he's done it the last 2 years. Um, like I don't know, because this whole thing with The Rock could tie in with CM Punk, because CM Punk has always been avid about The Rock stealing WrestleMania spots. So like that's something that they could be bringing back from like 10 years ago. Like I don't know. I think it should be Punk, but from a storyline aspect, it could be Drew.
Okay.
I just want anybody other than Seth Rollins. Like I'd fucking be happy if Logan Paul
Yeah,
won over Seth Rollins.
So Sponge has Punk.
punk, punk, punk.
Paul, you've chosen Punk,
Yeah,
and then Villain, you're also going with Punk.
Yeah.
Okay.
but I can see the storyline wise, like he was saying, you could have Drew in it, but
Okay.
And
the
then
only thing I
you have
don't
Drew
want to
win, and
happen.
then just have then just have the whole spotlight stolen from him with the whole whatever the fucking The Rock is doing with this shit.
Right.
Okay. I
The
mean,
only
because
thing I
go ahead.
the only thing I don't want to see is Cena winning it.
Ooh, hot
I
take.
No, I just everybody else wants it. Ah, he's going to win his 17th, and his legacy is cemented. He doesn't need the 17th. It doesn't mean anything. Don't go into the what I call Bret Hart syndrome. That
Mm.
it makes some kind of difference that he's won 17, and this person's only won this many. It's just it's not real.
There it is.
It's
That's the
not.
title of this episode. It's not real.
Damn.
It's not a real title. You didn't win anything.
Yeah. Well, Cena, uh, uh, this could be a good cap for his career, right? Facing Cody at Mania, but it doesn't have a good story, right? I mean, he promos are going to be great, but he needs a bad guy.
Are you okay if I add something to this Cena run so far?
Yeah.
The shit when they announced that 2025 is the final Cena retirement or whatever. I was like, oh shit, and they said he was gonna be full time. I was like, oh shit, he's gonna be on every fucking Raw, on
Nope.
every fucking
30
pay per
days.
view.
Yep.
Instead of no, he's gonna be at every PLE. That
Yeah.
is not a fucking retirement run or tour. That's ass. I was like thinking, oh, he's gonna go to every Raw or every SmackDown and fucking feud with a young talent or feud with someone he's never feuded with. Fight him at this PLE. I know we're around Mania, so it's gonna be tight. But even after, it's looking he's still fucking filming movies and doing shit. So,
I
they're
mean,
gonna play it safe with the motherfucker. They're gonna
yeah.
play it safe. So it's gonna be like either they switch it up towards the end of the year. But so far, I'm not liking it. I'm really not. Like when he did the January 6th, I'm entering the Rumble and I'm declaring that, and then didn't show up for the rest of the month, and then showed up for the Rumble, and then just disappeared. And then at the press conference said, "Hey, I'm gonna be in the chamber. No fucking qualifying match." Like I wouldn't even be mad if he wasn't like in a 5 minute match with someone wasn't gonna win to be in the chamber on a Raw. Like,
Yeah.
does that understand what I'm saying? Does that make a little
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
No, that makes
Oh,
total sense. I mean, I personally fantasy booked it to where he was going to be back on the first Raw of Netflix, and then rather than cut a promo in the ring, they'd show him showing up and Adam Pearce pulling him aside, and Pearce going, "Hey, I got your texts. I had some conversations, and the only way that I can get you in the Rumble is for you to have some wins because you haven't had any wins. And we got a lot of talent in here that really, really are hungry for this. And you're going to have to earn your spot." And Cena goes, "Yeah, I totally get it. Put me to work. Who's my first match?" And Adam goes, "Dominic Mysterio."
and
Think
see,
about
you
think
know,
about that move, that whole movement of Dominic Mysterio coming out trying to talk, people are booing, and then uh, Cena comes out, grabs a microphone. They do a little talking back and forth. He gets Dominic flustered. They have a quick match. He does a schoolboy roll up, gets him in and out. Doesn't have to take any too serious of bumps. Cool. The next week he comes back. Adam Pearce goes, "Hey, doesn't look like you made friends with the Judgment Day. You're taking on Carlito tonight." Takes on Carlito. That's the second week. Quick match. Guess what? He gets him tripped up, starts talking his game, does a little rap about Carlito, makes fun of him. Carlito gets pissed. Referee rings the bell. He turns around, and then we get to play into the whole Finn of it all. Finn's on the side losing his shit. Boom. Interruption. Small package. 1, 2, 3. Third week, he wrestles Finn Balor. Right? They actually do a somewhat decent match, but Dominic screws it up, knocks Finn, and that starts the whole end of the Judgment Day. We get to the Royal Rumble. John Cena comes out at whatever number he is. And then all of a sudden, as it's the final two people in the ring, and this is what I seriously thought they were going to do this when I saw Jay and Cena in the ring. I was like, oh shit, The Rock. Because my whole idea was The Rock does something to interfere with Cena winning the Rumble, causes John to get eliminated, and then we start this feud between Rock and Cena at Mania. Completely get him out of the title picture altogether. We'll worry about that later. But for right now, let's get as many people in Vegas and as many eyes. Let's get Rock Cena again and give the people what they want. It doesn't need to be a main event. Rock and Cena wasn't a main event. But okay, going back to your comment about Punk earlier, forgive me, I forgot who said it. But you also have to remember, like, Punk and Rock having an issue. I mean, main event of what was it, WrestleMania 29,
Yep.
that he was supposed to do it. He was supposed to have it, but WWE decided that Rock and Cena 2 was going to be the main event. Um, so
Instead we got Punk and Taker, which was still a great program.
it was still
that
great.
was the real main event of that night.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So Cena not gonna win, right? Which sucks. Like, why even do this ridiculous match if you're not even gonna win it? Like, why even be like that? Just doesn't make any sense. Kind of like the whole "give me your soul." Punk. I don't think it's gonna be Punk, and here's why. Since he's been back, he said, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." Money is involved when you're talking about really great storylines that get people to buy into a Hell in a Cell match. Him and Drew had the best Hell in a Cell match.
Or
Strat match was great too.
Yeah.
money. Money is tied to the soul because when you sell your soul for rich and fame,
And he's got it.
The
He's
Rock
got
gives you
some.
money.
He's right. He's got some sort of deal with Paul Heyman. I think that'll come in handy at some point. I don't know when, but I don't think it's
That's one
going to
of
have
the other
anything to do.
storylines that I forgot was fucking still out there. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
there's all these like weird loose ends. I don't know if WWE is being like super genius about this, but I kind of feel like they're not. So
It's entirely possible that they're doing this on purpose because like last year everybody had fucking the WrestleMania card down by February. Like now we don't know which direction they're fucking going in, and they're gonna keep it
not a
that way.
clue.
Like
Not a
it's
clue.
the best thing because it's got all of fucking like everybody like us fucking just guessing, like just sitting here talking amongst ourselves, just guessing as to what we're gonna wind up getting. 'Cause I didn't think it was
Now,
gonna be Jay and Gunther. Like I thought that. I mean, I did, and I told Sponge this for a while because he was just like, "But why?" I was like, "Yeah, that makes more sense than
well,
Cody." But
'cause you
I had Charlotte choosing Rhea. Like I had Charlotte Rhea 3. Like I didn't have Charlotte going with Tiffany Stratton. Like WWE's got us guessing right now, and we're playing right into their hand.
I mean, that's why I don't think it's going to be Punk because it just I don't see a good program between Punk and Cody. I
You
think it could
don't?
get no. I liked
Their
they're like I'm gonna
promos are
stab you in the
so.
front. I
Oh,
liked
those
that.
promos are so. One from last year too. But when he got hurt, Rumble.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, those
Um,
promos eat when they're at each other's throats.
they're good, and that's because Punk knows how to work and how to make money in building a program. There's not enough. I don't think there's. I think SummerSlam we might see Punk win a title, but I think that would be against somebody like Gunther. I don't think that's going to be somebody like Cody because they're not even on the same show.
There's only one opportunity for Punk to actually win this chamber, and he has to absolutely flip heel Saturday.
So, didn't Drew McIntyre just get drafted to SmackDown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Yep.
who's also on SmackDown? Cody Rhodes.
Cody
You gotta
Rhodes.
remember when you win the Rumble or the Chamber, it doesn't matter what brand.
Yeah, you get to choose your champion. And
You get to
Yeah,
choose.
but isn't Jay already on Raw?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
were
yeah,
you
but
really
had
thinking
had
Jey
he
Uso was
chosen
fighting
had he
Cody?
chosen Cody, he still would have been a Raw superstar challenging for the SmackDown title.
I mean,
And then
I'm
they would have done
just
that weird thing
saying
they would have done that weird thing in the middle where they do the superstar shake and they switch the belt.
they've already done it. They book their travel far in advance, so I think it's going to have to be somebody that they've already booked. So my personal opinion is it's probably going to be Drew.
I see. I
But
changed your mind, huh?
no, 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 no.
Oh, Nick didn't even say his pick.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be Drew. I don't think it's going to be Logan Paul because he's on Raw.
Filler.
Um, and I don't think it's going to be Damian Priest, even
Filler.
though he's on SmackDown. And I don't think it's
Filler.
going to be Seth Rollins because
Filler.
Seth is on Raw.
Robert.
I think those folks are just there to do a good job because Seth will always do a great job. Damian will always do a great
Sometimes.
job. Logan is unreal. Punk is a steady hand, and he's probably going to be there to protect Cena. I think if anything, we'd get Punk and Cena at Mania, and then
If they swerve us with that shit, I'm literally gonna. I can't. I don't think I can say that. I think I'll be happy. I can't say the.
I honestly see this chamber match giving us 2 WrestleMania matches. Like, yeah, you're probably gonna have John Cena and Logan Paul. Like
either
that's the big
that
money
would be
draw right
stellar.
there. Like that's the
That
big
would be
money draw.
stellar.
Because like you can have Logan Paul going around fucking bragging about everybody that he eliminated in the Royal Rumble and be like, yeah, no, didn't this guy beat you and walk out with the championship when you didn't think you were gonna have a job anymore? Like I tossed this dude out of the Royal Rumble like it was easy. Like you were an old man.
Well, you're right.
And then I think we get Drew and Damian in an absolute one-on-one as a kind of revenge from last year. Because the whole cash.
That wasn't a great match. I don't know
yeah,
if
but
anybody played that.
Jimmy and Jay wasn't a great match last year, but we still see Jimmy and Jay everywhere. So like you can still do.
But they're not
Damian
wrestling each other.
Yeah, And I want to add to Nikki saying Drew's gonna win, and this caught me a little nutty with this booking. But if Drew were to win, and he's gonna fight Cody, and Drew and Punk have their beef, and what if he were to use his favor to insert himself into a triple threat just to make sure Drew doesn't get a belt, like he said. He says he's never gonna let Drew win a belt ever as long as he's in the company.
I don't know if the wise man has that type of booking ability. You know what I mean? I don't.
That's literally what I was
But
going to
I
say just
love
now.
I
Like,
love the way you're thinking though,
Oh yeah, I
because
know. I don't know what he's not in the power, but
but in terms of like the things that Paul Heyman can actually do, like if you see Saturday, like
he can't grow hair.
Punk's in trouble,
and he
right?
can't
Like
lose weight, so
you've
Oh
got
god.
you got a couple of guys in the ring. Punk looks like he's in trouble. He's gassed. He probably is one of the two guys that started the match, and he's running out of steam. Like you've got Cena and you've got Rollins. Like you got a couple of these guys running around in the ring. Like you see Punk just like wave a hand towards like the back, and you see Paul Heyman come out and just lead out fucking Roman. Like
or
one, you establish Punk as a mega heel now for enlisting help to win, because baby faces don't need help to win. Like if you're calling in a favor from Paul Heyman, you're doing some dastardly deeds, and uh, you can establish a heel run there, especially if you need somebody to run through and take out the guys that you can't take out by yourself at this point. Because you'll see some desperation in there. Like you'll see like a GTS where somebody kicked out. Like you'll see a fucking an anaconda device where the guy keeps escaping. Like you'll see desperation on Punk if he's gonna call in for that favor. Because that's the type of thing that Paul Heyman can do. Like if he doesn't have any booking power to get him inserted into a title match, you have Roman kill everyone, have Punk go over, and he gets his title match, and the favor's called in.
Well, can you think about this for a second? Are we about to get a Mania without Roman?
you know
No,
what?
never. It's still gonna be Roman and Seth. Like there's no reason to not have Roman and Seth at WrestleMania.
So you're not telling me that for Paul Heyman's favor, instead of having any bloodline come out and help him, you're telling me you don't want to see Paul Heyman do the super kicks and the splashes?
Like for real though, are we getting Roman and Jacob? Like what? Because I mean
No,
No.
No, it's definitely
Jacob
gonna be Roman
and
and Seth.
Solo.
It's definitely
Jacob
gonna be
and
Roman and
Solo, I
Seth
see
and Jacob
that.
and Solo.
there's so many matches.
Roman and Seth is gonna be ferocious.
Fire. Like, do you guys remember their hey, the 2022 Rumble when
Too old,
Oh
Seth
my
huh?
Rollins
fucking god.
and
Here we
Roman
go.
Reigns fought each other, and he came out as the Shield in the 2022 Rumble.
Yes.
Undefeated Shield. All right, so you guys all have Punk, uh, and I've got Drew. Um, should we talk about the women's Money in the Bank? I mean,
Who's in it?
I'm actually kind of pumped for um uh, uh Tiffy and Charlotte. I'm pumped for that, but I don't know if this women's chamber.
It's Tiffy time.
God, I love that theme
Yeah, so
music.
do I.
Uh, it's so good. Um,
The women's got Liv Morgan, Bailey, Roxanne Perez. Oh wait, yeah, Roxanne Perez, Naomi, and Bianca. There's a tag team in there.
Yeah,
Naomi,
Jade's gonna
Bianca,
fuck
and
that shit up. Jade is gonna
okay,
absolutely fuck
Alexa
that shit
Bliss.
up.
Yeah, better. Because I don't like both of them being in there. But yeah,
Bianca,
let's.
can we just all agree at this point? Bianca is the one that took out Jade Cargill.
thank you.
Like,
Yes,
there's a
thank
reason.
you.
Like, she's the EST of WWE, and now that Jade's here, she's in her giant shadow as a tag team partner. Like,
And it
she didn't
also
want
makes
that.
perfect sense because she can also turn heel with Montez and Dawkins.
Yeah,
I mean, I've been waiting on that for a long time, and it's not. It is highly unlikely that WWE is going to split someone from their spouse on their travel schedules. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, and until Tiffy and Ludwig Kaiser get married, um, which I still can't believe that dude
Lucky
has
bastard.
Tiffany Stratton. I mean, and
Ludwig
it was
said,
like,
"It's Tiffy time."
did you guys hear about how they like started dating?
No.
Oh, what's the story, Nikki?
There was some like she was saying that uh they were like at they were like at a workout, and they started like challenging each other, and he just kind of came up and was like, I'd like to take you out to dinner. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah, that'd be great. And it's like super, it was like super like gentlemanly and very like respectful. And I was like, fuck yeah, man,
How
that's awesome.
how long ago was this?
I think they've been dating for like a
together for
year.
a fat minute.
Like over,
Yeah.
can we just say that over the last few months, Tiffany Stratton doesn't look the same as when she first got to WWE. Like she looks like
Hey,
she looks like she's in better shape. She looks like she's like more ring focused and steady and not like sheepish
look,
anymore. She doesn't look.
look at Ludwig. That dude is the like he's probably got outside of like him and Finn Balor. Um, they've got the best physiques. Like those dudes probably eat so clean. Montez Ford incredibly fit, but there was a quote. I don't know if you guys watched the SNL 50th,
I do.
but
Yep.
the 3-year veneers,
Yes.
like in WWE, it's the third Mania lip injections.
Yeah.
Um,
Just don't watch Rick and Morty. They have a different name for those.
Yeah. Okay. Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, who took out Jade Cargill, Bailey, Naomi, excuse
Hey,
me,
Oma.
Naoma, and Roxanne Perez.
I love.
I have no problem with this match the way that the way that it's being presented. Like it just everyone in there like can and will like put on a show. I don't like the fact that Naomi's in there.
Yep.
Like there should not be a tag team in the fucking in the elimination chamber. Like you need 6 people that are just gonna be fucking going all out, trying to go after and see who's gonna be going after.
The
I
world
think
title.
I can't even remember who the champion is on fucking on Raw.
I think
It's
we're gonna
Rhea.
It's
find it's
Rhea.
Rhea.
Yeah.
See that
Jesus
says a lot.
Christ.
That says a lot because I I I had to think about it too. I think it's great that they're both in there, and here's why. I feel like because that random footage got shown, right, of Liv and Raquel running around.
No, no,
Oh
no, no.
no, no,
Rochelle,
not
Rochelle.
Rochelle. Oh
Whatever.
no.
They. I think that before the chamber match, or even the night of, there's going to be some sort of revelation that Jade, finally speaks up and says it was Bianca, and Naomi and Bianca in the match like start beating the living, what, out of each other. So I think that's going to be perfect. They're going to split up. The tag team titles are going to be vacated, and you're going to get like Sol Ruka and what's her face getting called up, which is going to be awesome. But there's like the women's division in NXT NA is redonkulous. They've got so many talented people down there. Okay, so we'll do this quickly, and then we need to talk about NXTNA. Who do we got women? The women's. Who do we have winning the women's? I can't talk. Elimination Chamber. I'll go ahead and say it. I think it's going to be Liv Morgan.
I say I don't care.
I, you
Tell
see,
us how you really feel.
this is hard because it's like who makes the most sense to go up against Rhea Ripley? Do we want to continue a 4-year feud between Liv and Rhea? Do we
No.
really want to continue to do that? This is how you get Cena Orton freaking 97.
Yeah. I mean, give it. I don't think we can give it to Bliss. Belair would be cool to see Belair and Rhea, but in Belair as a heel against babyface Rhea, that'd be cool. But there's not there's not a strong heel in this match outside of Liv.
Well, I mean,
That's
you
that's
have the
true.
absolute rising superstar heel in Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
she's half the size of Rhea Ripley.
So what? So
Yeah.
is Liv Morgan.
yeah, but she also pinned Raquel Rodriguez, who is a heel, to get in
That is
to
true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That doesn't take away from her being a heel. Like, look at all the shit. Look at all the diabolical shit she's been doing on NXT. Like, Bailey and Roxanne have a feud going on where Bailey is the babyface and Roxanne is the heel. So it's like it makes sense.
we know that because we watch it. But when they tell, when they go to tell Fortnite, whoever the hell's going to be on the ring, like, okay, here's the match card that we have. Here's how many social interactions these people have. And by the way, we're going to push this rando Roxanne Perez that really the general population has no. They're going to go with somebody who can build up the story, who can tell a good story, blah 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 blah. It's Liv Morgan. Unless they can get away with turning Bianca Belair heel and having her and Naomi get all weird.
They're already
But
heels.
I don't see how Rhea, and Rhea, like, let's be real, is Rhea that really good on the mic?
She is,
Naomi
but
is
you
always on
have to get
top.
through the accent. You have to get through the accent,
Naomi
but she is
is
really,
always
really good.
Naomi's always on top.
Yeah.
Mommy is
Mommy.
always on top.
We're gonna get
Like, she
And
has
when
like
all-
we're gonna get sued by the entire continent of Australia.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
Australia
mean,
is always on top, so don't sue us.
Yeah.
I already alienated the whole, Canadian, from, Canadian hero Bret Hart and his heart syndrome that he has to be, he is a hero. So they might as well sue us too.
So, who do you guys have? Do you think it's going to be Roxanne?
I said, I hope I pick win.
What if somebody jumps like in this last week before Elimination Chamber? What if somebody winds up jumping either Naomi or Bianca and putting themselves into the chamber?
Like, I Show Speed?
Like what? Yeah, but I mean, like, what if we get a turnabout is fair play? Like Jade comes back and knows who took her
Mhm.
out and gets her and puts herself into the chamber. Like Bianca
That
and
would,
Rhea. Sorry, Jade and Rhea at WrestleMania would probably be amazing.
I could see that.
Because like
Oh, I would love for that to happen.
Alexa Bliss doesn't make. I love Alexa Bliss to death, but
Yes, I do.
but she doesn't make sense. She just got
You know,
back. Why is she gonna get a tie? Oh yeah, that's Charlotte. No, wait, never mind. No, you have to go off on that tangent because if Becky Lynch comes back 5 minutes before Elimination Chamber, they'll be like, oh wait, we can have Becky win it and fight Rhea again. Like, no.
do you know what we need to get back? What we need to bring back in to figure out this whole this whole Jade Cargill thing?
Fabulous Moolah.
The fashion police. We
Oh
need to get
Jesus!
We need to get Breezango back in here. I mean, look, Fandango was just on NXT. Tyler Breeze is
Yep.
doing something. He's still wrestling. Get them in here. Get rid of I'm a big fan of Yes Boy.
Yes.
I love that more than anything. But we need Breezango to come in and figure this out. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Getting back onto your papers, what are your guys' picks for this chamber match so we can get onto the commercial break match?
Liv Morgan.
Liv, I say I'll say Liv Morgan. I want her to win. But Paul, who do you choose?
I'll say live from a storyline perspective. It makes sense, but I could see something like you laid out with Jade coming back. That would be a swerve like that that catches us all off guard. Would be a good swerve, not like everybody in the world being pissed off that Roxanne Perez didn't win the Rumble.
We have to remember too that it is entirely possible that Rhea gets screwed out of the women's title like the Monday after Elimination Chamber because she does have that
Correct.
match with Io Sky. Like
Yep.
we have to be alert to the possibility that we're booking Rhea for WrestleMania right now, but what if it's not Rhea? What if it's Rhea and Io and somebody else?
Yeah, you choose that somebody else right now in this chamber.
Fuck. If I have to choose right now who goes over in this chamber, like I'm not saying Liv Morgan. I don't want to see this again. I don't want to see Rhea and Liv again. They've been telling it. It's drawn out. There's always interference. It's really dumb. Like that's like having Roman and Cody fight for an entire like 2 years in a row with the same result. Like it's not fun anymore. Like I would much rather have somebody like a Roxanne Perez or a Bailey than Liv Morgan.
Yeah, me
There you go.
too.
He chose those
Like,
two.
have we
So,
seen Bailey versus Rhea yet?
No, and Bailey can be a heel.
Like we have Bailey going up against monsters all the time. Like Bailey had to go up against Charlotte, and then Bailey had to go against Nia Jax, and then Bailey had to go against Tamina. And like, why
Oh
can't
God,
she go up
Tamina.
against somebody like Rhea? Like, why can't we get Bailey and Rhea? Like that shit would be crazy.
Do you know what the funniest thing my ex-wife ever said to me was?
Is it
Tamina
in
came
yet?
out to the no, no.
Do
I
those
used to have fights.
shorts come any shorter?
No, no. I used to have fights with her IUD. But so the funniest thing she's ever said to me was I was watching. I don't remember if it was Raw or SmackDown. Tamina comes out, and my wife goes, "Why does that bitch look like the creative character in Grand Theft Auto?"
Oh no.
I was like, "Fuck, that's a sick burn."
Oh no.
I think it's crazy that she's still employed with the company for like 20 years.
Didn't she get released recently?
Nope, nope. She's thriving in catering.
We all need a mother figure in our lives. Um. Well, okay, all right. Well,
A
we'll figure
commercial
out who.
break match
No shit.
that
Yeah.
no one asked for is a tag match. It's fucking Candice, get off my screen, and the refrigerator versus
The
Trish
Undertaker,
Stratus.
player.
Trish Stratus and fucking Tiffany for no reason.
It's Tiffy Trishy time.
Oh, I would love that. Come on.
That's what we're
Okay.
getting.
That what isn't Tiffy wrestling Charlotte?
It's
No,
Tiff
no, no.
it's
It's
no at Elimination Chamber next Saturday.
Oh.
It's Tiffany and Trish against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae.
the refrigerator and get out of my screen, Candice LeRae, for no reason. That's a match that I don't even want to talk about.
Who booked this shit?
I think it's because they're in Canada and Trish is from Canada and
So is
Canada
so is
this,
Tiffany.
Canada that. Oh, I didn't even know that. I thought
Yep.
she was like.
They're the hometown girls at that point.
But yeah, that's why that match doesn't happen. It's the only reason is.
Let's face it. Anybody tuning into Elimination Chamber who's not only watching that pay-per-view in Canada for KO and Sammy in a non-sanctioned match is kidding themselves.
Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not really that excited about that match.
They're like 100-time fighting in an unsanctioned match from
I
like
want
fucking
this.
the days of the Indies to WWE.
This needs to end where both guys are down and cannot get up, and then it gets settled at WrestleMania. That's it.
Oh
Oh,
no!
he really wants to see that shit again for the 100th
Oh.
time.
God.
2 months in a row? No.
No, I'm good.
We have prime push main event Sami Zayn and fucking just absolute prize fighter main event Kevin Owens. Like these are the two best possible versions of their WWE selves, and you don't want to see.
I
this
would
now.
much.
Like this
I
is the
would
Sami
much
Zayn
rather.
that beat Gunther, not the Sami Zayn that was fighting fucking Johnny
Yeah, I'd
Knoxville in a
rather-
giant mousetrap match. Like
I want the KO that beat Cena.
I want the KO that gets his ass whipped by Randy. I just listened to Matt Riddle talk to Gerald Briscoe and JBL. That was amazing. It was actually a lot of fun. Riddle seems like he's doing well these days. Yeah, man, 2025. Every event that I wrestle, they've got catering, bro.
he should
You're
know that's where
doing
he is
great.
during the main event.
And
Yeah.
he's been on from what he says, and I don't have any reason to doubt it. I don't know why I put it that way. It seems like he's doing great. Okay. Elimination Chamber. Are we looking forward to it?
I
Only
will.
for the chamber matches, and I don't care about the tag match.
I'll be
Fun with those
here
spots.
watching it, and I'll be here watching it live, and I'll
Mm.
probably click that go live button instead of the record button, and just be chilling
Mm.
on YouTube. Obviously, I'm gonna have to keep all the volume down for these fucking shits, but it's like, yeah,
Okay. Paul, are
The
you looking
Rock.
forward to it?
Uh, it just depends on how it shakes out. I don't know.
Yeah.
The rest of the card is filler, and that's the chambers are the ones that everybody wants to see. So because that finally cements that other main event for Mania,
Mm.
which I will still stand upon until they do something else better than he wants his soul. That this build up cannot for WrestleMania is not living up. You couldn't out hype last year's.
Oh
So
God. Yeah.
this is just been so all the way through that it's just I don't know.
It's kind of hard to battle with the whole idea of Cody, trying to win. It's kind of hard to battle with Roman Reigns and the bloodline and the cracking of the foundation of the bloodline, and then you had such a. I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, the Rock of it all, the uh, it was super sad that Punk got injured and wasn't able to make it, but you know, w- I'm with you. I don't know. Well, Sponge, what else we got?
You know what else I got to get us away from the chamber?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
I want to give out a shout out to a store here in Washington called Unlock the Con, and it's closing because it's sadly going bankrupt. But they do a bunch of meet and greets with wrestlers there. There's a bunch of shit, comics, figures of anything you'll find there. And since they're closing, everything's 30% off. And the owner, I've known for a bit, he basically is trying to get as much money as possible. And he's been selling a lot of his own personal shit. And
Ah,
some of his personal shit that was there were a shit ton of wrestling DVDs. And I bought every single one of them because I was like, A, I'm a mark for this kind of shit. And B, I'll give. I like to help out the local, the local stop shops and everything. And if it has shit I like, I'm buying that shit. So I wanted to like showcase what I bought to you guys and see what you guys think of the pay-per-views or shows that I bought that were there available. If y'all don't
okay.
mind.
Do it.
So I got this anthology of. Just kick it off. I'm gonna kick it off with these anthologies. It's called the History of the World Wrestling Championship. It's the WWE, but it starts from like 1970, like WWF. They got like basically it cuts off at 2006. So it has matches from 1970 to 2006 on this hub.
and that's
And I
which
don't
one?
know. This is the history of the World Wrestling Entertainment Championship.
You're starting to cut out a little bit.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Did you guys hear what I said? The title?
Was it Hard Knocks, the Chris Benoit story?
Oh God.
Oh, oh. You know what? There is a documentary in here that I didn't even know existed about Andre the Giant. Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna buy it to watch this.
Did you know
Is
Andre was Stephanie's best friend growing up?
that true?
No, I thought that was Randy Savage.
Oh, another
Damn it, Bruce.
But following that shit, I got two of these. There was two on here. The history of the Intercontinental title from
Oh, that's cool.
1979 to 2008. This one got like they're like box sets, but they're like designed as books. They look like books. When you open it, it's like 9 DVDs in them. And then I have four and big ass anthologies from 1992 to 2007 Royal Rumbles. They're like big, thick, chunky boys,
Ooh.
and they got like fucking random little like. There's this one. There's a one that talks about Chris Benoit. Hold on, you know what? Just because you referenced Benoit,
Bruh, that's the second time we're referencing him. Is it because Our Lady Peace played whatever in Canada?
Yeah.
maybe,
It is, right? Like,
maybe.
No holding me back.
that song
It
was
said
such a
Benoit
bop.
has
I'm so glad they're taking it back because I want to be able to listen to it again.
at this current time. It says that Benoit was the longest lasting superstars in a Rumble. In 3 Rumbles, the longest lasting. I didn't even know that. Did you know that?
No, but today's spine.
No, I mean,
It was
I
also he
didn't
was
know.
also listed as one of the most highest elimination as well, which I don't think they'll ever bring up. But I didn't know that. You guys know that? Because I had no clue
No, I
he
did not
held
know that.
that kind of title. I mean, it was when he did all that crazy shit. I have no.
You're
Oh,
cutting out again.
oh yeah, I got behind my bike to grab the other stack of DVDs that I'm gonna go
Oh,
through
you.
here. And then I saw this the highest flyer wrestling, and on the cover it has Evan Bourne, fucking Tamina's dad, and Rey Mysterio. But I was like, low key, this looks ass. But then I start reading down the list of matches, and low key, it's got some banger matches on here. She got Vader versus Shawn Michaels in 1996 for the title. She got um a Great Muda versus Sting at a Japan Super Show in 1991.
Ooh.
You got a Bash at the Beach matches from with Psychosis and La Parca Vilan, and it's a 6-man tag match with Hector Garza, Juventud Guerrera, and all that. There's
Yeah,
an
you, you
ECW
Ew.
match
you
here.
you can't go back. You can't go wrong with those six back then in the cruiserweight division.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, and I had a question for Nikki too. Paul and Dylan weren't able to find out. Do you remember Pantera,
Yeah.
like the cruiserweight?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the band.
Yep.
Oh no, not the band. No, yeah.
It's like,
It
of course
says
I know
Indeed.
about Pantera. What the fuck?
oh no. It says here for the light heavyweight championship match, Takami Noku versus Pantera or Pantera. I don't know who. You know that wrestler? Because I have no memory of him.
No, but Taka, his music was awesome. Do you remember Taka Michinoku's entrance music?
Oh man, I missed I missed that string entrance.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding,
All
ding,
right,
ding,
all right, all right, all
and
right.
then
No,
no, no, that's it. That's no,
I know,
no,
I
I
know,
wasn't.
but
I
people
wasn't.
listening
Oh
don't
fuck!
know. Come on now.
All you gotta do is pull it up, and you'll hear it. And you'll be like, "Oh yeah, he sounded exactly like it." I've got 2 Grammys, motherfuckers. I can make these noises.
but
that's
continuing on,
that's
I have my
only
first.
that's only 3 less than Drake.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh Jesus! Oh no. Moving forward, I had my first ever WWF
Say,
2002
Rock,
Survivor
I heard you
Series.
want my soul.
And what he's on
Uh,
the cover of this one. Say again, Nikki.
well, I was gonna say, when you when Villain referenced Say Rock, did you guys haven't heard Cornette's Drive Through yet? Have you?
No.
At the very end, somebody sent in, not like us, but it's Cornette chopped and screwed talking about Jungle Boy.
Oh no, I've seen that. I've seen that. Like me and Sponge can't stop watching
Oh
that.
my god, Jungle Boy sucks. Jungle Boy sucks. Sorry, Angel. I'm sorry, dude. Go ahead.
Oh, you're chilling. I did see that. I saw it on fucking Twitter and I was dying because that shit could have been any better. Fucking hell! Don't even get me started on Jungle Boy. But fucking, what an idiot. But at the end of the day, we have to thank Jungle Boy because without him doing that shit, we wouldn't get punked back in WWE.
This is true.
If we're reading real here.
This is really true.
I mean, I think we need to thank Tony Khan on being a gullible moron for not putting in a
Yeah, there you
non-compete
go.
in
That is,
Punk's.
we have to
Oh, he'll
thank.
never betray me. I brought him back. Whoa.
Oh, thank Tony Khan, Jungle Boy, the Elite, and Hangman Page, Cabana for being.
Yeah, we really gotta thank Hangman Page. That
Oh
dude,
yeah.
that dude is so bad at everything that he does. We got Prime Punk back.
Oh, when I saw I went up to Kentucky to see AEW at the Yum Center, and there was only like 1,100 people in there, and I think it's like a 13 cap building. There were more. Well, I want to stop.
Yeah.
Halfway through the show, and I'm sitting in the upper 100s, like I'm looking straight at the entrance, like on that lower bowl, like at the very top, and there's this really funny group of dudes like sitting to my left, and they were like just sweetheart dudes. They were really funny, and as I'm sitting there, Hangman Page comes out, and one of the guy go. This is when he was wearing those butterfly like sparkly jeans. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
He wore. Okay, this one guy was like, he's got more glitter than Taylor Swift. And so I texted that to Swerve, and I was like, dude, you're not gonna believe this. Some redneck out here in the crowd said that Hangman has more glitter than Taylor Swift. He didn't respond until after the show was done and he was back at his hotel. He was like, "What the fuck, LMAO?" Like just a ton of crying, laughing emojis. Uh, that was the funniest thing. Just really loud. We scissored because that was a thing. That was
Oh,
back when the acclaimed that when that was fun. I miss those raps. Those raps were great.
before they started getting, not okay. Before I get back to this, the fucking raps were fire. When
Yes.
the decline of it is when people started getting a little hurt over the raps.
Yeah,
You
it's
think?
rap. Get over it.
Yeah, like I think everyone take, and then them getting suspended like what 3 times for saying a certain rap was just stupid. And
Yeah, I
Tony
mean,
Khan's really good at fucking
ruining good
killing
things.
something, killing the fucking like homeboy was saying real ass like raps and pissing people off genuinely that he got him suspended.
I'm literally googling. Does Tony Khan have a girlfriend?
He does. He does. He does.
Damn
He
it!
does
Now I
have a
got
According to,
wife.
I got Taco's
uh,
fucking theme stuck in my head now. Thank you.
you're welcome. According to Google, no, Tony Khan is single.
Oh, that's weird.
That
Yes, that
doesn't
fucking.
surprise me at all.
I mean, that man doesn't sleep. Have you? He does cocaine and doesn't sleep. Am I allowed to
Okay,
say that?
guy.
But
Let's
he does
let's
snow. He does sugar and fucking doesn't sleep and runs the fucking Philadelphia Jaguars or whatever the fuck they are, and the fucking
Jacksonville.
AEW, Jacksonville Jaguars and the AEW, and books garbage and sleeps with Mercedes Monet, and that's how she has the 3.
Wait a minute.
Anyway,
According to Reddit, he's dating a 20-year-old. That
oh
tracks. Okay.
Jesus!
Don't say
Yeah.
it,
And
Sponge. Don't say
speaking
it.
about people that are weird, Vince McMahon is on the cover of this DVD. For some
God
reason.
damn it, I'm not weird.
So, I copped the 2006 Rumble, but for some reason the entire McMahon family's on the cover. I don't know why. Like it's weird. They're all wearing like Roman like attire. Arms. It's like Shane's got a Roman vest, and Vince and Linda, and they're dressed really weird. Do you have any recollection of why the fuck they're wearing that?
Was it around WrestleMania? What was it? 9?
2006.
No, it was definitely
Oh,
after.
Oh,
2000.
WrestleMania 22. So, but here, look, I'll turn my camera on to show you.
Didn't you say something before about it had something to do about the drawing the numbers?
Yeah, but why the fuck are they wearing this attire? I don't think
Oh
they
yeah. That
I
was the
just,
whole entrance, wasn't it?
yeah, I just think it was playing into like uh, the Rumble being like a thing for gladiators. So they were just trying to tie that
God damn it, it's
all
like
in.
royalty.
give it a theme.
Well, it was
Yeah.
2000. It was 2009. They had to do something fucking.
I want jesters to open up the
They
doors.
didn't. They didn't have anything going on for them in that 6
I'm gonna
7 year period.
I'm gonna get back to animating, and I'm gonna have higher Nikki.
Want to get Stephanie in a toga.
Oh God, here we go.
There you go. 2007. I got a sealed copy of the 2007 Rumble for $1.
You know
I
why?
have that.
You know why you got a sealed copy of the 2007 Rumble for $1?
Because it still
Oh,
has the Benoit matches.
Because nobody watched the 2007 Rumble.
wasn't that the one when, or was it 8 when Roddy was in 2007, or it's sealed because I'm pretty sure the guy was who collected half. Oh, it's sealed. And it was
2008.
$1.
2008 was Madison Square Garden. Was Cena one.
Yeah, so that's the one where Roddy and Jimmy Snuka came out.
Yeah, fucking Cody Rhodes doing that whole thing with the Undertaker, like he was talking about on Inside the Ropes.
God, you also had oh my god,
Yes.
you had Mr. Kennedy. God, that was I hated that. That I literally took the entire time Mr. Kennedy was wrestling.
You
I was
hated Mr.
not.
Kennedy?
I could not stand it. I could not stand it.
Hey,
It was the
Oh,
most.
oh,
Mister.
and then he won the Money in the Bank and then left.
Yeah.
well,
I
He won
just.
he
and
didn't.
left.
Not that he left. He got. He ran into Randy Orton, and Randy Orton had him gone.
Because I remember that was just random.
You know what?
2012.
But
I think
I,
it was my
I,
favorite. I think it was my favorite thing that he was there and then that he left. Because when he went to TNA, the whole Aces and Eights thing was actually pretty cool
I
for a
loved his
while.
Sting feud when he looked just like Sting when he dressed up like him. That shit
Yes.
was fire. If you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. Other than
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
2012 Rumble was famous. His last great achievement. Dark.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Have this fucking. Do you guys remember? Have any memory of the 2000, 2002 Rumble? Who won that one? Triple H. Triple H.
2002 was Triple H, yeah. 'Cause I think
Triple
2001,
H.
2001 was Austin.
Ah, I have a copy of this now. This is what
2002
looking
Rumble
back
was
at.
a really good one.
You had Ricky. Tell me to list the names that were in that Rumble.
You had Maven.
Yeah, Maven.
Yeah, you had Maven. You definitely had a popcorn machine in there somewhere.
What an insipid little weirdo that guy is. I'm gonna tell you how wrestling moves are really done.
Hey, he's making a shit ton of money off those videos, though. That's why he's doing it.
Yeah, but so is Stevie
Yeah, but
Richards.
uh, I like that. Who gives a shit about money except for people that
Don't
like.
have it.
Well, not necessarily that. It's just like easy come, easy go. Like you earn all this cash off of kind of like you're kind of betraying the trust of the business. Like, and I know it's not a close secret now, but in my opinion, as someone who has nothing to do with professional wrestling whatsoever, nor do I care, nor do I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like the majority of what he does, and I know
Just
we've been
expose the
critical.
business.
Well, yeah, expose it, but also just kind of like we're talking about it as fans. At no point, and if I've insulted someone's livelihood or profession or anything like that, I'm sorry. That's not my intent. I'm talking about a fucking TV show.
Yeah,
here.
we're just here to have fun. We're not here to actually put anybody down, unless you're
Yeah, yeah.
unless you're Tony Khan. Yeah, I mean, come on now.
Unless
Yeah.
unless you're Tony Khan and you're just what are you
Because
doing?
we're fans, we get to make fun of other fans. You know, Tony Khan.
Right.
Hey, now
But
he was afraid for his life.
he,
Oh, and Jesus,
Paul for the
this guy
win.
had
oh,
Paul for
Andrade
the
beat up Sammy
win.
Guevara 2 times. And fucking Sammy Guevara got beat up by fucking Eddie Kingston. He didn't fight for his life.
that
But the
shit is so
moment Punk
funny.
put his fucking wrapped his hand around fucking Jungle Boy and he told him I quit, and then that's when he.
I love how he said it too. He's like, I didn't punch anybody. I just choked someone a little bit. Like,
And I loved it how Samoa Joe was the voice of reason and all that, and Joe has no heat on him whatsoever. I don't know how
I just
he
like
does
how he
it.
nonchalantly grabbed Jungle. He just picked them up and held them
Yeah,
there.
yeah. And look what he's doing now. I haven't seen him on TV in months. Him or
Samoa Joe.
the Buck Jungle Boy Jungle Boy Jack Perry. I haven't seen him nor the Bucks, which I don't care. Those guys, those characters. Let me rephrase that because I'm not trying to insult Matthew or Nicholas
Oh, you
Jackson.
can insult them. And fun.
They just, I'm sure somewhere they're great dudes. They've got a nice community of friends. They seem to be good parents. I don't know. But as far as TV characters, that's all I'm talking about before anybody comes at me. I'm talking about the TV characters. They seem like absolute pieces of shit that probably joke about taking Blue Chew before they wank in the bathroom
Oh,
of their
jeez.
hotel. Like, hey man, we got to stop at that Menards. I'm gonna go in there and rub one out on the upper tank.
Oh,
They
Jesus
just seem
Christ.
like those. Again, I'm talking about the characters on TV. I'm not talking
You know,
about
you
them
know
as
what?
real people.
To add to them as the characters on TV, when I went to Wrestle Dream, me and my wife passed out live in the crowd to their fucking match. Like we fell asleep while we were there live.
Again,
I,
only talking about them as characters. But you guys obtained narcolepsy from watching them.
Yeah, I think that's one of the side effects listed on the side of an AEW DVD. Like, that may cause drowsiness.
Oh yeah.
I
maybe
guess I have been fortunate to never watched any of their matches.
Yeah, Paul, I thought you were gonna go never, ever. I was like, hell yeah, he's gonna hit the Jericho. I
Paul's
love
a
that.
don't mess with Paul. He's a fucking wizard.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you 1,001 reasons why I don't
Yep.
like.
Number one, arm bar.
uh,
Oh God, I
you
love
know what
that.
happens
That was
when
the
you wear
best.
short shorts? Do you know what happens? All right.
You're on the list.
Yeah, I am. I am.
Short shorts, we coming for
how's the weather?
you. Short shorts,
Yep.
we coming for you. Short
How's the
shorts,
weather
we
for
coming for
everybody?
you.
How's the weather?
Yeah, for here it's been fucking cloudy and cold, and some occasionally windy windstorms recently. For some reason.
It's currently 28 degrees outside. Um, and it's going to get down to 25 when I go to walk my dog in the morning. And then on Tuesday and Wednesday, it's going to be in the fucking 70s.
That
Oh
sounds like fun.
Jesus.
I love that. You know, me and the heat are like, I can 100-degree boiling heat. I love it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I used to not be such a big fan of the heat, and then I started wearing whatever the fuck I want, and now I enjoy the heat.
I never liked the
It's
Heat.
fun,
I'm
isn't
a
it?
Celtics fan.
Oh,
I did it.
somebody
I
cue
totally
the
did
Curb Your Enthusiasm music. Dum, dum, dum,
it.
da-da-da-da-da-da.
Well,
All right.
somebody had to do it. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, boys,
Yeah. You have any final words?
Paul, let's hear from you. What are your final words?
What are your final words?
Uh, I just I hope, as they used to say back in the day, I hope business picks up with the build to WrestleMania soon.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think Saturday is going to be doing a whole lot of that for us.
I hope so. I hope so, because we all need a fucking distraction, Paul Levesque. Get it together. Like, give us something.
We're all just,
Like, let's.
we're all just going to go at him with the Batista meme. Give me what I want.
Yeah, right. Yeah, give me Rock and Brandy making out in Cody's bus. Go.
Oh God.
Um, Pharaoh's over there chewing on almost said a Nyla bone.
Okay, buddy. Come
That's
on
not
now.
what I meant. That's
Come
not what I
on,
meant. We were.
buddy.
It's a dog toy. It's a real thing.
Oh my gosh.
I know, but like,
But
oh,
they didn't hear our conversation earlier.
I
Anyway,
know.
so final thoughts are the Chamber of Elimination is going to be an unforgiving structure, I believe, and I think we're going to have Drew McIntyre and Liv Morgan going over and I don't care about anything else that's happening. And I'm also excited about this week because I start a new thing, and I've got a pretty fun 5-year plan. And this Monday starts the beginning of that 5-year plan. Very excited about it. Trying to my best to get out of the music industry because it's full of AI and it's ridiculous, and streams don't pay jack shit anymore. Um, and yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah.
Sounds like
Yeah.
fun for Nikki. My
Yep. Good
final
luck
words
with
is
it.
my final words are I hope the chamber is good, and I hope this week is good for everybody, and I hope the wrestling week is good, and I'm looking forward to go to a convention. Other than that, enough.
Yeah. Everybody take a deep breath.
Not to go into that, tag match from the Royal Rumble with the.
We can only control things that we can control. Everything else, it's going to happen, and we got to learn from it. We got to grow from it. Everything is a teachable moment. Everything. And as hard as it is to find uh, positivity and hope, uh, the best thing that we can do is to watch wrestling because it's great and we love it and we can talk about it and we get lost in it. Because one of my favorite things about professional wrestling, nobody's dying, there are no guns, no one's being homophobic or racist or
Hey,
anything like that. It doesn't happen. That's my favorite thing about wrestling is none of
that
that shit is present.
that first part was a lie, and someone died in TNA.
You get what I'm saying.
Just fucking.
And Pillman pulled the gun on Stone Cold. So
Oh,
But that
jeez,
hey,
I forgot about that.
that shit was real.
And
That shit was
and Hulk
Oh, and
Hogan
like,
kind of did that thing that one time.
he
and
sure
I
did.
also remember with that guy that loaded the shotgun on Vince. I forgot
Yeah.
who it was, but he was like, I'm mad at him, and he's like, pull out the shotgun and loaded it. And was like,
Goddamn, wrestling was a mess back then. Like Jesus Christ.
Tell me he didn't just say that. What's
Oh.
up? All right, gentlemen, guys, gals, non-binary pals, everybody, have a great week.
As Nikki was saying, to wrap up his whole Jerry Springer ending, take care of yourselves and each other.
and each other.